Good morning. We're here to work on the Diamond Art Club. So Many Books, So Little Times by Diamond Art Club. It is a 56 by 109 or 22 by 43 inches. It has 53 colors. It is a square diamond painting. I'd say we're approaching the 1/4 done, I'm hoping. So what I'm hoping today is I get this done. So we're gonna start with DMC. This is case number 18, but it's DMC 600 and it's this symbol right here. I don't know, it's kind of a funny shape, but it's all good. And I just noticed that one of my diamonds popped out over here. So when we do this part, I have to remember to pop that in there because probably it's from the rolling or something. What I should do is when I finish a session, maybe that's something I'll start doing. When I finish a session, take it off my light source, take my rolling pin, which I had a rolling pin in here and I took it out and I put it with my silhouette cutter because I like to roll my paper onto my mat so that it sticks a little easier. So I'll have to go get that every time, but it's only once a week and this has a little burr on it. It's only once a week and I cut out stuff more often than that. So it's more needed over there. So it's not that far. It's just a couple steps and I can go get it. So I don't think it warrants buying another rolling pin just for that. But I should do the rolling pin and then it snaps them into place and I don't have to worry about them falling out. So today is Monday. This is gonna go up on, see, that didn't belong there. This is gonna go up on Wednesday, so I'm filming it a couple days early. Usually I film it on Tuesday for Wednesday. That way it gives me time to like edit and put it up. But tomorrow, Dave is gonna be here and I find it much easier to film when there's nobody here. Because otherwise, you know, as soon as I hear his pitter-patter of his footsteps coming up the stairs, I have to stop filming. So this way I can just film the whole time and just be done and not have to wait. Oh, you know what I realized? My coffee is way over here. Let's get my coffee. I'm almost done. Just a couple drinks. It is cold. Because what I did this morning, I should have not done my coffee right away. Because I started making sourdough bread. I think I mentioned that last time that I was going to start. Well, I started. Well, I should say I'm doing this sourdough starter. And I'm doing 2 of them. And I kind of did as an experiment. Because there is so many different opinions out there on how you should start your sourdough, how you should feed it, all this stuff, right? So one girl that I watched, she says you start your sourdough, you stir it for the first 2 days. You do not feed it. You stir it every 12 hours. And on the 3rd day, you feed it. So I did that. And I did that with bread flour. And then the other one is you start it and then you feed it within the next 12 hours and then 24 hours beyond that. And because I didn't want the sourdough, like that I would have to take it out twice a day, do you know what I mean? For 2 different feedings. What I ended up doing is the second one where I had to feed it in 12 hours, I started it at 9 o'clock at night. So then I needed to feed it at 9 o'clock in the morning, which is what time I was feeding the other one because I started the other one a day before. So that kind of worked out, you know. So I think it's going okay. I'm not sure. I've never done this before. Yeah, I've never done this before, so I don't know. Like, there's bubbles. So, you know, there's bubbles. I'm feeding it every 12 hours. Oh, and some people think that you never change your container until you like basically see mold. And I don't think I'm going to be of that, of that, you know, way of thinking. If I can get it to go the other way, I'm definitely going to do that because that just grosses me out. So I change my container every day, which a lot of people say to do anyway. So now once my sourdough is established, like I might wait 3 or 4 days, but I think what I'm going to do is when I have an established sourdough is I'm basically going to keep it in the fridge. And then when I'm ready to do something, I'm going to take out like a tablespoon of it or, you know, 20 grams. I'm doing it in grams or whatever. And then I'll give it a big feed and then use that as my leaven. So I'm going to let that get poofy. You're making yeast, right? So, and then I'll make my bread or whatever I'm going to be making with it, right? And then the discard, which right now I'm not keeping the discard because it's not sourdough, right? It's just, it's not, so I'm not keeping the discard, but I'm not making, like a lot of places said to do like a cup of flour and a cup of water. And I'm like, oof, that's wasting a lot. So I'm doing like 50 grams, like very little, right? Like it's like 3 tablespoons or something, pretty much. So it's not as much. And then I put a tablespoon, pretty close, I would say a tablespoon, a heaping teaspoon or something, back in the next day for the feeding. So I'm not wasting much and I'm putting it in my compost. So it's going in my compost. Okay, that was number 8, by the way, and that was DMC 413, which is like a gray. There's quite a glare this morning. And funny thing is, I noticed that I still didn't turn on my light bulb in the middle, so we've been going another week. Because I think by the time I finish, I don't think about it. I'm like, okay, time to move on. I gotta go, you know, work on another video, or I gotta do this, or I gotta do that. So next, I think we're gonna go with F, and F is container 8. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. Oh, I didn't take it out. Because that was container 14, right? The one I did before. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because I just put it back. Yeah, it was container 14. I remember putting it there. So now we're doing 8. I just didn't take it out. Because what I did this morning was I took out all the containers, but I must have skipped over F. Because I seem to remember I went 8 and then I went N. I didn't do F. That's okay. When I put them side by side here, I should be able to... Okay, so I think I have it figured out here, so we'll just keep going. So this is DMC 317. See, that was one of the reasons why I stopped taking all the containers all at once that I think I'm going to need for that day, because then I thought, oh, you know what? I'll make sure to check the container before I use it, because it's not necessarily in the order that I want. But I was jibber jabbering and I'm not sure if I checked or not. I hope I did. So anyway, there was only like not that much there. So I literally went and just took them all off and put them all on again with what I know is the correct one, because there was only like, there's not even as much as what the F is, right? There was only a little bit, and down here there was only like maybe 7. So I'm like, you know what? To make sure I have a difference in color, I am going to take it off and put it back on. So yes, Dave is going in, went in today. He doesn't always go in on Mondays, but tomorrow Mason has a game, not a practice. So he's going to work from home tomorrow so that we can go to the game together and not take 2 cars in, because gas is just so dang expensive, man. Like, it's getting ridiculous, right? So we're, oh, my hand stuck to the, we're just going to go in together and go to his game. I can't believe, as of this weekend, they had 5 games left, and now they have 3 games left, like in their league, like league games. Of course, they have, you know, a couple of tournaments, and hopefully each tournament will be at least 5 games, right? You want them to make it to the finals kind of thing, but it's not guaranteed. You're guaranteed 3 games. So it'll be, so that's, let's say 6, and they only have 3 left. So that's 9 games guaranteed left. That's it. It just feels like the season started and now it's coming to a close. But we got an email for spring hockey, and it's like, oh, our first tournament is April 12th. And I went, April 12th? April 12th? Isn't that the week? The week after that last tournament? And they're like, yeah. So we're jumping right back into it. So it's going to be good. And we should be done early May this way, instead of going right till the end of May. So now it's 414, it's case 15, and the symbol is N. So we'll get this done. So yeah, the season will be done early, which is good. Which is good, good, good. Okay. Awesome. Get this done. That reminds me, I'm pretty sure we're going to be okay, because yeah, we should, I have to verify some stuff for the new weekends. Okay, and it's a gorgeous day. Oh, so today is, like I said, February 12th. Yesterday, we went for our first walk of the year of 2024. I was so happy. We just went for like a 3K walk, because I have brand new Morel sneakers. They didn't hurt my feet, but I was like, I don't want to take a chance, you know? So we went for a 3K walk. It felt so good. It was plus 2 degrees. I was like, what? So when we got home from hockey, I'm like, okay, we have to go for a walk because it's gorgeous. And normally our first walk is always in March, the end of March. And I'm like, hey, we get to go. There was no, because I will not walk if there's snow on our road because there's no sidewalks. And, you know, people drive so stinking fast. It's like, I don't want to be on icy roads and then cars are coming, you know, and then they might lose control or something. So we don't walk on icy roads, but yesterday was gorgeous. It was like 1 o'clock, maybe 1:10 when we went, and 3K is about 30 minutes, under 30 minutes. And so it's a nice little walk. If I could do that every day, I would be happy. See, it was nice before because Dave used to work from home. So his lunch, we would go for a walk every day. But now I'm going to have to be like, you know what? Even though he's not here, I'm going to start having the baby soon. So I'm going to have to put her in her stroller and take her out for a walk every day. Take her out for half an hour to 45-minute walk every day. And then that way I get exercise, she gets fresh air. I'm hoping, not hoping, we have it. So we have a gazebo. So get Dave to set it up and then we can maybe put some foam on the bottom of that because it has, you know, like a netting all the way around. And then I'll have a place where we're going to be out of the sun and away from bugs. And I can take her outside in the fresh air too, you know, even if it's just 20 minutes. 20 minutes in the fresh air, it'll be good. It'll be good, it'll be good. There we go. I'm looking to get an extra large playpen for her too, for in here. That way if I need, you know, to go put supper on or whatever, I can just put her in there and I don't have to worry about, you know, anything. She's safe. I have a small playpen, but I'm like, that's so small. We ended up getting a crib because I'm like, oh, I think it's sad for her to sleep in a playpen. She's going to be here 1 week, 2 days, and the other week, 3 days. So that's, you know, like quite a few naps there. We ended up getting a really, really good mattress. They're like $200. They're like an orthopedic mattress for babies. They're normally $200 and she sold it for $35 and it has this really nice cover on it, like a waterproof cover. She said she had another cover on top of that so that it like the main cover is like brand new. The mattress is brand new. So we got it for $35 and Katie was like, oh, that's the one I wanted, but it was so expensive. And I'm like, well, take that one. I'll take the one you have home. She's going to sleep on that way more often at your house than here. I mean, it's still an okay mattress, the one you have. So, you know, it's going to be good. She'll be good. And then she'll have a really good mattress for at home. So it worked out good. And it didn't cost us almost anything for that crib. I'm going to repaint it. And then she'll have a crib for here. She'll have a crib for here. Okay. Woohoo. Okay, the ends are done. Let's make sure. Yes, yes. I'm hoping to have all this done. I hope I didn't take all that out for nothing. I'm gonna go till 11 and it's 10:22 right now. So I'm hoping I have the time. That is not what this is. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. It totally does not look like that. That's so light compared to this. But I don't think there's any other. Let me make sure here. No, there's one going the other way. Okay, so this is it. There's quite a bit of this, so we'll put out quite a bit. This is DMC 640. Yeah, I'm gonna go till 11. Then I have a video I have to film, maybe 2. Maybe I'll do them boom, boom, back to back, because I have to edit a video for YouTube today. So I have to do that. I was hoping to do it yesterday, but when we get home from hockey, like I mentioned before, I put it up on Facebook. Like we have a Facebook group for the team, and I put up the game there. So if there's parents that weren't able to go, a lot of times grandparents go on there so that they can watch the games and all that stuff, right? And like Dave's sister loves hockey. She can't go. She loves to watch Mason play hockey too. So she's on there and she watches the games, you know. She waits for me to put them up and then she watches them. If it's a tournament, she likes to come. But last time she had just had surgery, so she couldn't come. And so she was watching the games from there. Watching the games from there. So anyway, yeah, I came home and normally it takes me about an hour and 15 minutes, you know, by the time I upload the videos to my computer, then I bring it to iMovie, I take the sound away, then it has to render, then I upload it to Facebook, and then I also upload it to YouTube because I make a PDF for that. The PDF I won't give them till the end of the year, but I like to do it as I go because I don't want to be doing this at the end of the year and have to do, what did I count? It's like 28 games or something ridiculous. So that would be a big undertaking, right? But if I do it as we go, then it doesn't feel as bad. So normally it's like, you know, I'll go put it on Facebook and then I hit post and then it says, you know, your video is processing. We'll let you know once it's available. Well, 45 minutes later, and the second period still wasn't there. And I'm like, what is going on? By this point, I had already, you know, done out the third period and I had uploaded it to the point of, you know, hitting post, but I'm like, I don't want the third period to go before the second period, but I really can't do anything until, so I ended up hitting post and the third period showed up and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to edit, you know, re-upload the second period. Oh, that has burrs on it. Re-upload the second period. And so I start doing that. And then I go check one more time. And then there's the second period in the right spot. So I don't know. Maybe because it was like football, the Super Bowl yesterday. Maybe Facebook was, I don't know, super busy. I have no idea. But I've never had that much trouble. So it took me about 2.5 hours to get all the videos done. And then I ended up having time to do one more. And I did the video for Patreon for tomorrow, which I guess I could have done the video for YouTube that was due today, but oh well. It's okay. It's not on a schedule, you know what I mean? Like, as long, actually it can be tomorrow. I think I said I want to upload Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Although I'd prefer, I think, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday maybe. I'd love to have one for Saturday, but I don't know if I don't know if I have the time or the energy to do that. I mean, this is not hard, right? This is not hard to do, but it's still an hour, let's say an hour and 10 minutes of filming. And then it takes me probably 45 minutes to an hour, you know, to upload, render, edit a little bit. Doesn't take much editing. Edit a little bit and then upload it to YouTube. So it's probably a 2-hour thing, you know, so every video is at least 2 hours. Because for scrapbooking, a lot of times I have prep work to do before I turn on the camera. And now that I'm going to have the baby soon, there's some days I'm not going to be able to film. And that's okay. I mean, she's only going to be little once, right? She's only going to be little once. So I decided that the days that she's gonna be here, you know, I already know I'm gonna buy one of those chairs that it's like a stool that's safe for them to come up to the counter. I'm gonna be teach her how to cook, how to bake, you know, when she gets old enough. I already found the little set of like little knives and like that's for kids and stuff, measuring cups. My daughter's is like, you're not going to buy that now, right? Because she can't use it for at least another year or two. I said, no, I'm not going to buy it now. I'm looking, right? I'm saving on Amazon so that when the time comes close, like maybe next Christmas, you know, that can be some of her gifts because then she'll be a year and a half, you know? So just looking at stuff that we can do. For now, it's going to be, you know, teaching her, you know, how to do stuff, like how to clap and all the milestones that they need to do, right? I plan on spending the whole day just doing stuff with her, playing, and then on the days that she's not here, then I'm just gonna like film. And maybe the days that she's here, when she takes her naps, that can be the days that I edit, because then I can just stay at the kitchen counter and edit and kind of listen for her. I think I'm going to get a camera though. I said I was never able to see my kids, but man, now I kind of like it to be able to watch her. The sad part is we did buy one off Facebook Marketplace and it doesn't bloody work. We should have asked for our money back. But it had other stuff like, and those work, so, but we should have asked for some money back because it does not work. I might, she bought one for her house that was really cheap. She paid like $30 and it works fine. Like it doesn't have to be, I just want to be able to see her. So maybe I'll check to see which one she bought, just so she can check up on her dogs. She bought one for upstairs so she can check up on her dogs. There, that's done on this side. Woot woot. Yeah, and maybe like the days too, I can do my editing, or if my editing is done, maybe I can bake, like get stuff ready ahead of time so that the days I don't have her, I don't have to cook, because cooking takes time, right? And then I can just be like, okay, I'm just going to do filming and doing stuff like that. Oh, and another thing too, I think I'm going to try and do, what is that, number 20, I think, yeah. Is maybe take out my silhouette, and because we're going to start selling physical products in April. So that I can have, okay, number 7 is 37. 37, right? Number 7, 37, which is DMC 900. I'm triple checking now. Let's put this away. All the ones that I've used, I'm going to put them away. That has a burr on it. We don't want that. 7. So yeah, get my meals done ahead of time in that. Oh, and when she's here, I, die cut packs. So it takes me only like a minute to put a sheet in, not even, maybe 30 seconds, and then it cuts for 10 minutes, maybe not quite 10 minutes, maybe 7 minutes, right? Because I don't let it go really fast. So that's something that I can do while she's here. There's different things like that that I can maybe still do. For a couple of hours anyway. I wouldn't do that all day, but for a couple of hours, I could get probably, what did I figure? I could do 4 die cuts packs an hour. So even if I just did like 8 every time she's here. Okay. Oop. Now we're going to do number 3. Oh, we're almost done on this side. Yay. Number 3, which is number 12. Look at that. That looks like orange. And that looks like pink. And that looks like pink. So I don't know. I don't think there's 2 number 3. They wouldn't do that to me, would they? No. Okay. Yay. What are we watching on TV? We are still, what's it called? All the Dark Places? Man, I can't think of it. It's on Crave. All the Dark Things. And it's like based off a series of books. We are now on season 3. And it only has 3 seasons, so I'm so sad. I'm really sad. Because I really like it. I really like it. Maybe someday I'll maybe wait for a little bit of time to go by. Okay, now we're gonna go with this, which is number 9, which is DMC 321. Just so maybe I forget it a little bit, maybe. And then I can read the books. Or it's just a long series. That's the only reason I'm saying that. And I'm in the middle of quite a few series right now. So I really don't want to start another series. Like, I need to get back in the Wheel of Time. I'm only on book 3 and there's like, what, 15, 16? I'm like, I gotta get back into that. So that's basically the only thing we're watching. Although Chicago Fire and Chicago PD, the new seasons have started. So we're up to date on that. So that's good. Okay, now we're gonna do this one here. And that is number 16, which is DMC 498. There's a little bit of those. And that's the one, I need to do that one. We'll do it first. You know what? There's a couple here. Right at the corner here. We're gonna do those just 'cause. There. All right. Let's do that. So yesterday I finished The Unmaking of June Farrow. That was really good. I gave it 4 stars. I might bump it up to 4.5. We'll see how much I think about it a lot. It reminded me a little bit of Outlander. A little bit of Outlander. So, but it was good. It was good. It was really good. Had, you know, a few timelines, and it was really cool. I liked it. And that's by Adrian Young. I read the ebook. I, again, am on a book buying ban. Last year I said I want to buy less than 10 books, and I think I bought maybe 5. That's it. I bought 5, and that was it. And this year I've bought 1. I bought the new Sarah J. Maas, like the 3rd book, House of Flame and something. So now I have the whole trilogy. That's the only thing I bought. I mean, we're only February, but last year I bought a book in January too. Well, I guess this year it was February. I bought The Winners, and I read it a year later. So, you know, I don't need to have all these books sitting on my shelves and, you know, I read them a year later. So I don't know. I'm kind of thinking I might, all the books I read, except for a few, I'm not going to reread them. I almost never reread a book because I just have so many books to read. And I loved having my own library, and I still do. But I could probably get rid of 200 or 300 books and my bookshelves would still be full. So if I got rid of the ones that I read, then I wouldn't have books in my closet. We have these built-ins in our closet, and you know, they have shelves and they're full of books. So if I could get it so that those books were on the shelves, then I would be happy. I would be happy. Okay, that's done. Let's do, oh, did I get L out? I don't know if I got L. Oh, I must have gotten L out. There's quite a few. I did not. L is 51. I did not get L out. 51 L. Okay. Ooh, nice dark. Nice and dark. So I'm using my library a lot, and that helps authors too, right? Because libraries have to purchase the copies, whether it is ebook or it is a physical book. I'm doing less physical books from the library right now, just because it's winter. I don't like going out, when I don't have to. So going to the library and getting books, I'm not feeling it, So I'm doing a lot of ebooks. But I also want to read what's on my shelf. But of course, like books that was like, oh, you're only going to get it in like 12 weeks. All of a sudden it's like, oh, you can borrow it. So it must have been that everybody in front of me went, oh, push it back, push it back, push it back. And then all of a sudden I'm next. So that's why I got 3 at once. I've read 2. The last one I have 10 days left, and it's a 600-page book. So I'm like, okay, so that's going to be 60 pages a day. Oh, that has a little burr on it. So that's another thing I have to do today. I have to try to start that, read 60 pages. And the name of it is the book that wouldn't burn. And you know what? Anything that has to do with books and anything like that, love it. So I know I'm going to love it. It's a series though, which I didn't realize. The second book is coming out this year, so I'll be able to read it like fairly quickly, the second book. But I'm like, oh man, you got to stop doing that. Do a little bit more research and read the books that they're all out, because then you can finish the series. But it just sounds good, so I'm going to read it. But it's the third book that I'm going to read this year. That is, one was 670, one was 650, and this one is 576, I think. It's like, okay, relax on the big books. But I think right now I'm going to try and read 2 books at once. I've only read 2 books in February, which is really weird. We've been really busy though. Really, really busy. So that probably has a lot to do with it, because by the time I go to bed, my brain can't read because it's too tired. So that probably has a lot to do with it. Okay, so this is done. 51 is done. Now we're going to do the hourglass. And that is 50. I only have, unless I forgot some more, I probably did, only have 3 more containers. So this is 50 DMC 3787. I think I forgot to say the DMC for 51, which was 3799. So this one is 3787, and it's the hourglass. So yeah, we're not watching too much TV. Like we'll watch 1 episode or 2 maybe per night, and that's it. And then I'll, try to read for a little bit. But I've been having a hard time just doing the 50 pages a day, when normally I like to read at least 100 pages. So that probably explains why I only have 2 books done, and they weren't even that big of books. So I think some days I wasn't even reading 50 pages, which is, sometimes that just happens. Just happens. I find I can only, if you want to call it, be good at one thing. Either I watch a lot of TV, or I read a lot, or I get a lot of scrapbooking done, or I get a lot of cooking done, or I get a lot of cleaning. Like we can't do it all. Although sometimes I feel like I want to do it all, I just can't do it all. If you try to do too many things, then you become mediocre at a whole bunch of things, or you accomplish things mediocre at a lot of things. And really, reading is fun, but it can't be top priority, right? It has to be somewhere in the middle, right? Like I have other stuff that I have to do. Oh, this weekend, which this is going to be a game changer. We had bought mushrooms and peppers, like red peppers, yellow peppers. It was like 4 or 5 days before. And because we were so busy, I just did not have time to make big meals like that, right? So we were eating, I was making soups and stuff like that, but quick stuff, stuff that I could just throw together. So the stuff was getting, it wasn't bad, but if I would have left it any longer, it would have gone bad. So my daughter, my second daughter, had said to me once, she goes, Mom, what I do is, because her husband doesn't like veggies, and she was throwing out all the stuff. And then she saw that I was doing this, veggie medley that I like to do there, where I cut up a whole bunch of vegetables like mushrooms, onions, carrots, peppers. If we have broccoli, I'll put broccoli, cauliflowers, a little bit of potatoes, like baby potatoes, put some olive oil, spices, and then you just throw them in the oven to cook them. I have a huge cast iron. It's 17 and a half inches round. It's massive. So I put that in the oven, and I put my veggies in there, and within, 40 minutes, they are yummy. So I was doing that. She goes, oh, that's so good. But for me, her husband doesn't like vegetables. So for me to get veggies, it's kind of a waste because I throw them out. And she's like, because I gave her some once, because I'm like, well, I'll make enough for you, and then you can have some. Well, she didn't have time to eat them, and she didn't want to waste them, so she threw them in the freezer. And she's like, that's going to be actually a good test, because then I can see if they'll do well in the freezer. Well, lo and behold, what is this? 21? Yes, it's DMC 642. It is awesome. Like it's amazing. I probably, if they stay there 6 months, they're probably going to get freezer burnt or whatever. But if you use them fairly quickly, which we will because we love that, they're awesome. So on Saturday, I had a bunch of veggies like that. Plus, I had leftover celery, because we had bought celery so I make my spaghetti sauce, but we had a whole bunch left. So I cut that up and put it in separate, like silicone bags, right? So they're reusable, so you're not wasting, anything. And then I had green peppers that for the spaghetti sauce too. It's cheaper to buy a whole bunch. So I cut a whole bunch of those up and put them in silicone bags and put them in the freezer. So now when I go to make, because I make a hamburger soup, and it has celery, onions, and green peppers, I can just take that out and boom, those are ready. I'm gonna do the same thing. I just ran out of gas. There was just so much to cut up. I ran out of gas, so I stopped. But I was like, I could cut up carrots and onions and put them in the freezer like that. So when I'm making those soups, I can just take them out, fry them, roast them, whatever, and then put them in the soups. And I'm like, that is going to be a game changer. So yesterday, you know, we were busy. Mason had hockey. We came home and it was time for supper. And both of us were like, oh my gosh, I don't feel like doing anything. And I said, do we have chicken wings? And he said, yes. I said, well, let's do the veggies and chicken wings. And he's like, oh, cutting up veggies though, it's like, you know, half an hour. And I'm like, no, we have some in the freezer. And he's like, oh, it was so easy. We just, you know, turned on the oven, waited for it to get to temperature, dumped the veggies in, put the chicken wings in the air fryer, and within half an hour, 40 minutes, we'll say 40 minutes, we had supper and we did nothing. And then another thing that was a game changer is I make cookies now and I freeze them, not as a cookie, but a cookie ball. So then I came out and took, you know, a cookie sheet out, put some cookies on the cookie sheet, waited half an hour. Then it was peanut butter cookies, came and, you know, did the crisscross on the cookie and then put them in the oven. And then we had a couple of cookies for dessert. It was like, this was amazing. And we didn't have to do anything except for a little bit of dishes after, right? It was awesome. And the biggest thing is there's not going to be any waste. So I said, okay, now when we do this, I have to say the same day or the next day, I have to sit there and I can, you know, make one for supper that night. But instead of just cooking for one meal, I'm going to cook, or not cook, but cut for everything until it's all gone. And then there's not going to be any waste. And I do that with my garlic too, because it's cheaper to buy a big sleeve of garlic. So what I do is I come home. That's kind of a pain because there's so many garlics to open, but I open up all the garlic and then I double bag it in the freezer. And then when I need fresh garlic, it's ready. I don't crush it though. I think I planted about 150 heads of garlic for this year. I planted in the fall. I hope it works. And if it does, what I'm going to do is I'm going to preserve some of them like that, right? I'm going to preserve some where I'm going to blend them and make little pucks. And I'm going to preserve some where I'm going to dry them out and make garlic salt. So I'm gonna, you know, do it different ways. So I'm anxious for that. Anxious for that. I can tell you, next year, I'm not planning anything in September because preserving is a lot of work. So that's all I'm going to do. What I'm going to try and do is get, you know, my work done for YouTube and Patreon ahead. So that I don't even have to worry about that. Okay. Let's do that. I'm almost done. What is the time? Ooh, 10:56. Yeah. I might go over by a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be that much. I don't think it's going to be that much over. I do think I forgot to take out couple of containers. That's okay, it won't take long. Oop, that one didn't come off. So, yeah, so that was fun. I think I still have 2 green peppers in the fridge because I just had so much to cut. So I might, because they were still like really good. It was the colored peppers that really needed to be cut up. I think I still cut like 4 of the green peppers. But, okay, let me see, 21. Oh yeah, tons of stuff that I didn't take out here. Let's do the one I did take out. What is that? 5. What is 5? Oh, the arrows. Okay, so let's do the arrows. Oh, I think I forgot something up there too. That's okay. Let's do the arrows. So I think tonight for supper, grilled cheese, because Dave is going to be in town really late. And I've been making like, well, I mean, yesterday was still a big meal, but I had done it on Saturday. And we have soup though. We have soup that I made on Saturday. So we could have that. I'll go check to see, but I think he had that for lunch. He brought lunch and that's what he got. So he probably won't want that. So maybe I'll have soup for supper and then he can have, you know, whatever, grilled cheese or something. Because we got to finish that soup. I do not want to chuck that out for sure. Okay, so is that, oh my gosh, I can't tell if that's 3 dots or if it's, no idea. I have no idea. Let's see if I can. Okay, so the 3 dots are 823. And I think it's the one above it. I think it's 32, which is 3 triangles, maybe? I don't know. And that's a dark blue. No, I don't think that's that. I think it's 3 dots, which is 33. Yeah, I think that'll go much better. The other blue was just a little off. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Then we have, what is that? That one? So it's number 10. I don't think I had that one. I don't think so. Okay. Number 10. Oh, one last thing, which is this right there, which is number 49, which is DMC 3782. Yeah. So we're going to finish with this. And how are we doing on time? 11:01. That was good timing. It's just a few minutes over what I wanted to go over. Like, I wanted to go to 11, so that's pretty good. Pretty good. So, okay, so if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. If you're enjoying these videos, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below. Maybe let me know which diamond painting you're working on and how far you are into it, how big the pieces, you know, the pieces and everything. And that's it. I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.